Okay, good morning, class. So at this point, we have now answered the questions from numbers 1.1 to 1.14. Okay, so this is the last part here. Now we're going to look at a more complex example. This is the example on page 163. I just need you guys to draw this quickly in your books. And then we're going to answer this question now, okay? So I'm going to pause the video at this point and give you a chance to draw it, okay? Because we're going to do these sums together, okay? Okay, so at this point, everybody has drawn the diagram in the book, okay? So what we've got here, the question says solve the unknown variables. In this case, it's going to be your x and your y. Right. People, what is different with regards to these diagrams to the diagrams we dealt with yesterday? What do you see different? We have two triangles, not so. And there's two unknowns we need to calculate, which is your x and your y. People, can I calculate your y first? Why? Because the x comes first in the alphabet. No, it's not about that. It's because in triangle DBC, we have unknown x and unknown y. Can you see that? So since we have two unknowns, it's not going to work. I must only have one unknown. Can you see that, people? But what do we notice here? We can calculate x in this triangle. Not so. So if that is your triangle, could you have calculated x? Yes. So I'll give you a chance now to calculate this. Okay, and I'm going to pause the video. Alright, so at this point you all should have had that answer there. So again, as I told you earlier on, we don't have to say in which triangle you work. Okay? But you will always see me writing in which triangle I work in. There's no extra marks allocated for this. So I'm working now in triangle ADB or ABD or BAD or DAB, it doesn't matter. Okay? What can we say? Set up the Pythagorean theorem here. It will be x squared is equal to 9 squared plus or 12 squared plus 9 squared. And your reason here is Pythagoras. Angle A is equal to 90. As you can see, there's one angle at A, so I can just say angle A. So what do we get here? X squared is equal to 81 plus 144. What's 81 plus 144? 225. So what do I do now? Square root. If I take the square root, it will give you 50. So x is not x anymore, but 50. What do you notice now? We calculate y now, not so? So what do we say here? Here's your triangle you're working in. Not so? So now can you calculate y? So do we do that quickly? Again, I'm going to pause the video at this point. Okay, so again, you don't have to say which triangle we're working in, but I'll be saying it in triangle DBC. What can we say? 25 squared. Let's write this neat there. In triangle DBC. The hypotenuse, which is 25 squared, is equal to y squared plus 15 squared, or 15 squared plus y squared. Reason? Pythagoras with CDB equals 90. Do I have to say that here? Yes. Because there's 1, 2, 3 angles at D. Can you see that? So you must name the angle you're working. So what can we say here? So 625 is equals y squared plus 225. Now what? You take that 225 over the equal sign. We get then 625 minus 225 is equal to y squared. It's 400, yes? Is equal to y squared. Now what? We introduce square root, what must I not forget? Okay. So y is equal to? Who got 20? Where did you go wrong, Michael? Yes?
I forgot to put the 25 squared first.
So what did you write?
I wrote y squared is equal to 15 squared plus 5.
You said y squared is equal to. Okay. Remember, that is your hypotenuse. How do we know that's our hypotenuse? It's opposite. Besides it being the longer side, it's opposite the 90 degrees. Okay, anyone else? Who else got it wrong? You also got it. But you got exactly like we had it up until that point. Okay, you must work a bit faster, no? Okay, so let's look at the last example for this video. Again, I'm going to pause the video. I'll give you a chance to draw that diagram, okay? Okay, so looking at this diagram here, at this point you have drawn it in your books. Well, can you calculate x in triangle GDE? Why not? Because it's not a right angle triangle. According to Pythagoras, the condition is it must be in a right angle triangle. How many right angle triangles are there? On the board, how many right angle triangles are there? No. Okay, the one is which triangle are you talking about? F, G, E. That is a right angle triangle, yes? F, D, E. There's another one. So in other words, there are two right angle triangles. Not so. So how do you think I'm going to calculate x using that information? To calculate x, I actually need FE. Not so. So here I got FD, x, and then I need this length. Not so. However, in triangle EG, what is this? FGE, this triangle. We got 17, we got 8, so we can actually calculate FE. Can you see that? And in turn use that in our next calculation in pursuit of calculating x. You will understand. So I'll just start you off. Which triangle we're going to work in first? In triangle FGE. You don't have to write this and you don't have to draw this. Okay, it's just going to make life a bit easier for some of us. Okay, so there's your F, your G, and your E. So what is the length of GE? 17 and 8. So I'm going to calculate FE. Not so? So set up your theorem of Pythagoras. What would it be? No. Not FE. Where do we start? With the hypotenuse. 17 squared is equal to 8 squared plus FE squared. Can you see that? With your reason. So I'll give you a chance now to solve for FE. Yes, Michael?
In a general mathematical conversion, can you not change the FE to a small g squared?
You can? Small g, yes? There's no problem. If you're going to refer to FE, it will be calculated. Okay. Again, I'll pause the video at this point. Any other questions? No? Okay, so we said that is going to be 17 squared is equal to FE squared plus 8 squared. Reason? Pythagoras with angle F equals 90 degrees. As you can see, there's a one angle at F, so I can just say angle. Okay? So 17 squared is what? 289 is equal to FE squared plus 60. Now what? Take 64 over the equal sign, not so? So that will give you 289 minus 64 is equal to FE squared. So FE squared is equal to 225. Now what do I do? Square root. What's the square root of 225? 50. That's 15 units there. You guys understand? So what can be worked out now? Now I can calculate x, not so? So what triangle am I going to work now in? FD. So in other words, this is what it should look like now. That is going to be FDE. It's not a good representation, but that's 90 degrees. So that is FDE. What's the length of FE? 50. What's the length of FD? Nope. This is the whole length thing now. No? This is the triangle I'm working in now. It's going to be 20 and x. So what do I say now? X squared, yes, is equal to 15 squared plus 20 squared. Why? Pythagoras, angle F equals 90 degrees. Okay. So what's 15 squared? 225 plus 400, which is 625. Now what? Square root. So x is equal to? Alright, you all understand? Any confusion? Any questions? Okay, she's asking about the 17. Can you see, is that 17 in this triangle FDE? No, so I don't need that 17. Okay, any other questions? Alright, so that basically brings us to the end of this explanation. Your homework is going to be number 2. There's 2.1 to 2.6. I think there's 6 questions here. Not so? You guys can start with it now. I'll call you up row by row to check your work, okay? We'll stop this video at this point as well. In the description box, you'll find the full lesson. Okay.